That's a big pyrocumulus head. That is something else. Okay, we got some fire action going on outside of Wells. Something interesting is going on. That is a big pyrocumulus head. Let's go see if we can figure out what's happening over there. There it is. This is bad news. My God. I'll watch the video later. Hey, drive up in this. Well, I just arrived back here, and it's a little further out than it looked like from town, which is great news. It's out towards the Bower more. I'm not saying it's a threat to the Bower community. A little breezier out here than it is in Wells. I was definitely surprised to see such a stack on such a calm day. As you can see, it's really torching out there. It's really burning hard. And I got the time lapse going. We're gonna sit here for a little while, watch this thing go, and maybe reposition. I know across the valley I could probably get some really epic views, because that is the one big fire torching off outside Wells right now, everybody. Look at the pyrocumulus stack. The head's way up there, way high up. You can see that hot air just driving, punching into the atmosphere. Just to see fires torching so hard in Wells at this time of year, it's really surprising to me. Yeah, very surprising. I mean, every year now is new surprises. First, it was a surprise just to see fires act like this in Wells. Now it's becoming more or less a regular occurrence. Really glad to see it's not on my favorite hiking mountains. That's really nice. Looks like it's more right out towards Bower Park proper. Somewhere on this loop of road, back towards, this is the Atan Chisel loop. It's locally known as these series of roads. I'm on a logging block just off the side of it. Watching this fire torching up. A little bit of dry lightning yesterday started a couple new fires, and like I say, seeing this kind of fire activity in Wells at this time of year, pretty unusual. It used to be unusual to see this kind of activity at any time of year here. Things have changed. Yeah, it's definitely calmed down a little. Seems like it was really burning rank hot there for a bit. You can just see the color of the smoke has changed a little. And the convective process isn't as vigorous. The heat isn't punching up into the upper deck quite as much now. There's still a bit of a head up there. It's a little bit less intense than it was. Wow. Chunks of black stuff are falling on my truck. That's concerning. Little needles. Little black pine needles have just been falling on me. Here. That's very concerning. Very concerning for the spread of this fire. Seeing that it has that capability of dumping things this far away already. That was some intense convection. That stuff falling from way up there. I just saw it just click next to me. I was like, what was that? And realized a spruce needle had fallen on me. The wind has shifted and it is literally raining burnt up spruce needles onto my truck, and I'm definitely some kilometers away from this fire. You can hear larger vehicles going up the road now. Yeah, I'd like to get myself out of here and go to the vantage point across the valley where I'm maybe not gonna be in the way of bumping into people so much. Definite change in the wind. Definite change in direction. Things moving a little bit more this way. Okay, so it is as I expected. One thing is that the aggressiveness of the fire has calmed down a little bit. So it had its big blow up this afternoon here and has spread a lot. And now we have a lot of things smoldering, but it's not spreading at the rate it was before. It's not showing that extreme aggressive fire behavior that must have been to make that pyrocumulus stack. The pyrocumulus stack is effectively gone. It's no more. Now we just have this trail of smoke. So we've seen a change in smoke behavior. We're now on the 2600 road, looking out towards her. Up here, we got a bird dog flying around, assessing things out from up there. And it's good to see this isn't near Barkerville at all. No, sorry, this isn't near Bower at all. This is near really where the fire stopped last year. So the fire stopped here. We got a tanker coming in for a drop. So that's super awesome. We're going to be here to see it all. So yeah, it's not all the way out to Bower, not to Spectacle. That's a correction on that. Now I've gotten to where I can see it. I'm across the valley in a safe place where nobody is going to be bothered by my presence. Vehicles coming or going. I just got a clear view out. This new fire is really close to where the fire stopped last year. So now I've found where it is. It's not towards Spectacle that much at all. It's actually much closer. It's much more in between Barkerville and Bowron. In this area that's already burnt up before. That is definitely the jet. Totally awesome. Come on, jet drop. Let's go tonight. Got a helicopter right in the foreground. You probably can't see him. He's just a little dot on my camera here. He's flying right over a bunch of stuff that's spreading out down into the valley. The irony is that I was just over there last year working, and we put a lot of hot spots there and saved that section of forest, you know. I guess you could say we saved it. I don't know if we did or not. If the fire activity would have been enough again that year to take it. But it is sort of funny, fighting it one year and then come back and it burns anyways. Our jet tankers have departed, so we're not going to get a show, unfortunately. And maybe there was one and I missed it. I doubt it. Sun's going down. Fire activity's going down. The sun isn't on the fire anymore, so it's less aggressive. The heat of the day isn't on it. Can see some candling in the foreground intermittently. But the overall behavior of the fire is calmer now than it was, say 2-3 hours ago when it started to really torch up and it stood up. So it'll settle down for the night, but then in the morning we have all these hot edges that can be problems again. Well, luckily it's guarded in by a bunch of burnt up forest on one flank, so that's nice at least. The other flank as well, I suppose. Down the hill it can go, and there's more forest up on the other side. So we do have some intermittent candling still going on in the side of our fire. No tanker drop. The tanker departed the area. That's unfortunate. Fire activity has calmed down a little bit for the night, though, as you would expect. Sun's not on it anymore. The heat of the day is not on it. And, you know, winds aren't too crazy. And it's guarded by the fire from last year. This fire actually is burning in the saddle in an unburnt area from last year's Antler Creek fire. So that's really too bad. But as you can see, the pyrocumulus column has calmed down, and this fire is going to calm itself down a little bit for the night, even though there is some intermittent candling going on in there. As you can see, that's torching pretty good up high. But the activity, the insanity that there was earlier has calmed down for the night. Now there's all this edge that's hot, and tomorrow in the heat, it could wake up again. So there'll be more fire activity. Just because it's settling down for the night doesn't mean it's done. No, not at all. It just means that for a little while, for the evening, it's not going to be rank 5, 6 so much. Interestingly enough, where am I parked here to film this? But a logging block where they're cutting down trees that were burnt up in last year's fire. This block burnt all last year, and they've been here harvesting the crazy loads of wood there behind me. Yeah. So if you can believe that, this was all stuff that burnt last year. We had a fire yesterday that torched up from dry lightning in Wells. This one today that torched up. I have a feeling there's something going on south of us in the wilderness here. Pretty neat. We'll have to keep salvaging, I guess, around here. Well, that's the show for today. Hit like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Joey, only Caribou Weather Dude. Yep, doing our best for you here. We'll see you next time, friends. And become a channel member if you want to support the channel. I'd appreciate that very, 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 very much.